Okay.
I'm Susan Davis, and I'm here with Stu Silberman from Fayette County Public Schools, and I have a question. Thank you for being here with us today.
My pleasure.
And I would like to know why and how you support world language education in Fayette County Public Schools.
Well, I guess to start off why first, and I think it's extremely important for our students to acquire a second, third, fourth language. For lots of reasons. One in particular, it not only broadens their view of the world, it helps them with their overall academic achievement as their brain develops. I'm a big believer in early brain development, and the acquisition of languages, I believe, need to start extremely early, and we've tried to do that in our district. With the immersion programs, we have the main program that started in our district was Maxwell Elementary School, and it's been a pretty phenomenal program for us. But on top of that, we've expanded our immersion programs, and what I'm so excited about, particularly during these very, very difficult economic times, is we've been able to start immersion programs in our districts free. No cost. Yeah.
That's commendable.
Oh, I'm telling you what, it's just, I'm just at a point right now I'm thinking, okay, every school needs to do this. There's no cost involved. There are some challenges to make sure we find enough teachers and those kinds of things, but it's the right thing to do for kids. And you know, the earlier we can get to them, the better, because as you very well know, the way the brain develops, that window of opportunity for language acquisition is so much greater at the early ages, and I think the research bears that out. But plus, it's a lot of common sense tells you that is correct. We have been able to support our programs in a few different ways. I think one, financially. You know, I think that it's important that you put the resources behind what you truly support, and we've been able to do that, and we'll continue to do that. I mean, you know, no matter how tough it gets economically, there are certain things that you have to have in place, and my belief is that world languages is one of those kind of things that has to stay in place. Lots of times you see districts during tough economic times trying to cut back on world languages and the arts, and that's the wrong thing to do. During these times, we've actually increased, and we will continue to move in that direction. The immersion programs that we've just recently started, beyond Maxwell, Bryan Station Middle, and Bryan Station High School, we think that's going to expand significantly. We have 2 more schools that are going to be coming on. One is going to be coming on in Spanish, and the other is trying to decide whether to be in Spanish or Japanese, because the school that elementary school feeds has a Japanese program, so they're trying to make some, and they have a Spanish program too, but they're trying to make some decisions with that. In addition,
you're starting early and you're developing long sequences, which is ideal.
Absolutely. What was so neat was that I got an email from a parent at one of our middle schools that said, my son loves Chinese so much, but his high school that he's zoned to go to doesn't have Chinese. And we didn't have Chinese in our high school, so we went ahead and funded a teacher at one of our high schools. So any student in the district, no matter where they are, if they've come through that Chinese track, they can go to that high school and be able to continue their studies there. But we were fortunate also to be able to receive the FLAP grant, and which has been renewed. We got nervous a little bit last year that it wasn't going to be renewed, but there was a period of time, just to kind of show you the true support for it, there was a period of time that the FLAP grant, we didn't think we were going to get it. And I had gone to our board and said, this is important, we need to continue, and the board agreed to fund it. And even though the grant was going away, but luckily we got it back. Mm-hmm. And so we were able to use those funds for some other things. And then our partnership with Congressman Ben Chandler, has just been phenomenal. He has a passion also for world languages, and it was his idea, but we were sitting down in a meeting, and he and I go back to Owensboro to Davis County, where we were trying to do some things with world languages there, and he remembered that. And he said, I want to do some things too, and would you be interested in Fayette County? I said, are you kidding? You just say the word, we're ready to go. And next thing I knew, we had $2.5 million.
Wow.
So we were able to really expand our programs. And what we're thinking about right now is we have enough funding with that $2.5 million to go for 2 years. And then we have to be able to continue to sustain that. So we're working on that right now. And I think we're going to be able to do that. You know, you don't know what's going to happen with the stimulus funds and all that kind of stuff, but if things stay the way they are, we'll be able to sustain that. So we try to give our teachers lots of opportunities for professional development. And we try to hire great folks, you know, as leaders and as teachers, but Alicia Vinson is just, you know Alicia, she's wonderful, and those are the kind of folks we want leading our programs. And so those are the kinds of ways that we try to support our folks.
Well, I thank you for your support of world languages and what you've been able to do. You're a model for the rest of Kentucky.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for being a friend of languages.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks.